Given that we live in such a beautiful area, naturally people want to come out to Wyndham, and as a result we've had a massive housing boom in the area. So that leads to a lot of construction sites and a lot of litter coming from those sites. My name's Liam Coombs and I'm a project officer and ecologist with the Werribee River Association. One of the Werribee River Association's main goals is maintaining and protecting the Werribee River as well as other river systems in the west for today, but as well as going forward for generations to come. One of the main sources and one of the most visible sources of pollution that we face out here in Wyndham is that of litter. A lot of the litter that we see comes from development sites.
So construction litter is, I guess, a build-up of the workers on site leaving their lunch waste or containers around site that can end up blowing around or away from the site or through a site fence. Other waste can escape site as well. Plaster waste or timber materials. Waffle Pods is probably a big one. A windy day could blow it away from the site, through the fence and out into parks and waterways.
The rubbish affects the animals living in the water because they end up getting trapped in the rubbish and then they end up dying.
I think even just going on walks around like the river and stuff, seeing all the rubbish, it's quite upsetting. So I think if it was a bit cleaner, people would feel more proud of the local environment around them.
If we clean the waterways, I believe we will have fresher food, cleaner banks, our animals will be more healthier. We will have much more platypus and green grass frogs and all our native animals, and we'll be able to preserve that for the future.
I just think that people will be able to appreciate the environment more. If people see it clean, they're more likely to want to keep it clean.
Some of the unfortunate effects on the native environment that comes from a lot of this litter, especially when it hits waterways, is you get a lot of native animals drowning or being strangulated. A lot of inconspicuous rubbish, even like a small zip tie, can strangle a platypus. Waffle pods are a major aspect when it comes to building sites. They, as anyone who has seen polystyrene will know, are made up of thousands and thousands and thousands of tiny little plastic balls. And when it hits the natural environment, waterways, one, they're extremely hard to recover once they hit water, and two, they start to break up into dramatically smaller and smaller pieces, leading to problems related to microplastics that get into waterways and can even get into our food eventually.
I think it's important that as an industry, we all take part in trying to reduce litter on site, reduce the litter escaping from site. I think a great thing to do would be to ensure your staff are educated. Construction staff, the office staff, they're throwing their rubbish away or their litter away in bins. Budgeting for regular site cleans, making sure your cages are closed every night after work is completed throughout the day, making sure your site fences are closed.
So another small thing that you can do that can have a really big impact is if you're using waffle pods on your site, you can recycle the offcuts through a pod scrap bag program, and you can become a member of the Building a Cleaner Wyndham program to show others that you are working on a clean site. While construction site litter is a major issue in the West, it does have large implications for all of us on a much broader scale. All our rivers, our ocean, all the animals that live in these natural environments, including us as humans, are interconnected. So this litter not only affects the local wildlife, but it affects us too.